Good afternoon and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. PA Figs here. I am visiting my family here in beautiful Naples, Florida, and thought I'd show everybody the fig trees that they have here that I've given them cuttings from that they've grown. And for those folks, I had someone tell me years ago that the only figs that would grow in Florida are brown turkey and green acacia. Well, I will tell you that that is not the case, and figs can grow pretty much anywhere that it stays above freezing and gets some heat, at least for part of the season. Now here it actually never gets below 50, so the figs do grow slightly differently than they do in Pennsylvania or in other places probably, but they certainly can be grown. So this was a little shoot off of an unknown that I'd given them, similar to a Chicago Hardy, and we actually had split it off of the main tree. Main tree's over there. We split off probably 10-12 trees that were little suckers that had grown off of the main tree, and shared it with the neighborhood. Now over here we have a Soat Negra Ramada, and keep in mind it is end of November here. This is the start of what is considered winter here in Florida. So it does get down to 50s, and the trees do lose most of their leaves, although they never go fully dormant. And you can see this Soat Negra Ramada is doing really, really nicely. If you watch my videos, you may have seen a video last winter from when they had just gotten it. It was only a few inches tall. And you can see we have a couple down here that are starting to ripen. And there's a really good shot of what they look like before they ripen and when they are ripe. And that guy is not quite soft yet. He's still hard, but he is getting there. You can see the beautiful, beautiful color that they get when they ripen. That nice reddish purple. A really neat tree and how it goes from that green to that red and purple. Alright, it's the Soat Negra Ramada they have. And here is the first tree I gave my father, which was the Black Madeira. And you can see it. He's taken a few air layers off of this, and a few cuttings, and it's growing pretty well. And it has a couple figs getting ready to ripen, although it's lost a lot of its leaves. This guy's not quite ready, but you can see it's getting there. I think there was one more I saw that was starting to ripen. This guy over here. This guy here is starting to ripen. So, Black Madeira, King of Figs, can grow here in Florida as well. Don't let people tell you anything different. Alright, then over here, let me go around the pool the other way. Okay, in this corner of the pool, this is an Italian 258. That is actually my aunt's tree, but she is in between houses right now. She's got a new house that she's going to be moving into, so my dad is storing it for her. And you can see there's one fig left on it. Not quite ripe yet, but getting there. And what I've seen being here a lot in the winter, I haven't been here a lot in the summer, but in the winter, the trees never quite go fully dormant, but they lose most of their leaves. In the summer, they bud out and have full canopies, just like the trees in Pennsylvania. Try not to fall in the pool here. And this tree is actually one of the few that's maybe the location it's at on the patio here, but it's actually putting on new green growth and growing, pretending like it's not even winter. This is I believe, Coleodom roja that I was never quite sure was legit, but you can see the figs do have the long neck that would be expected from a Coleodom. And it's starting to ripen. And the figs do ripen a little bit differently here. I don't know if it's the humidity or if it's because it's so warm that they ripen so fast. But these figs will turn colors and then ripen within usually a day or two here. Kind of like the heat of the summer in Pennsylvania, I guess. And then the last tree is over here. And this is the one that I believe it was a Chicago Hardy type. May have been a VDB type. The leaves certainly look more like VDB. Some of the trees I gave my father were just, kind of ones I had lost tags on that he was interested in, that he had in New York before he moved to Florida, that he then brought to Florida with him. And you can see this one's got some new growth too. So I think these ones that are out in the full sun are starting to put out some growth here, even in the winter. They're not growing strong, but you can see, actually down here, that looks like it might be a Braba right there. And then up here, you can see they're about to put on some new figs. So they've got some figs ripening now. If those figs form, figure they would have figs in December, January, February. So, most of the season, they're getting figs. So if you live in Florida, don't be afraid to try some different varieties than what the local nursery sells or what people, that have worked with commercial farmers tell you. Because you can see, there's even new growth on this already. So these figs do pretty well. And he's eaten plenty of ripe figs off of them. It's not the normal fruit you see here in Naples, Florida, but it certainly grows. Alright, so those are figs in Florida. Hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. I'm PA Figs. Take care.